man, this is really living.
Good day, T-Lifers. Good day. Thank you for joining me for another Q's Quiet Corner video. Really quickly, just want to give a big thank you to Innate Yoga. That's Innate Yoga at 336 West 75th Street in Kansas City, Missouri, 64114. Again, that's Innate Yoga and Studio and Gallery, or Innate Yoga and Gallery, at 336 West 75th Street, Kansas City, Missouri, 64114. Great studio. They have a lot of wonderful classes to take advantage of. Feel free to stop by. They're at Innate Yoga on Facebook. And we also want to give a big shout out to Mystic Elixirs in Kansas City as well. You can get in touch with them for custom balms and salts at mysticelixirkc.com. Alright, definitely give them a check out. Also, we want to thank Wix.com for allowing us to design and build our website. If you want to design and build a great website with no problems and with ease, feel free to do it through Wix.com. Alright, alrighty, so today in our Quiet Corner, of course, we are starting the day off with our wonderful cup of tea. This morning, I just brewed a single cup. This morning we are doing the Kansas City's own Bold Red and Gold. This is a wonderful blend of chamomile, hibiscus, and other various delightful ingredients. This is a limited edition flavor. This is a flavor that was designed in honor of the Kansas City Chiefs season this year, the 2018 to 2019 season. Thank you. Shout out to Kansas City Chiefs, man. Good job this season. And a couple things we got going on really quickly here. I will be sharing with you the construction of the T-Life kiosk here in a couple weeks, so keep an eye out for that. I'm very excited. I'm not a very I don't know, handy person. Well, I guess I'm kind of handy. I've never really taken the time to build anything, so this is going to be a great first project for me, and I am very, very excited. It's going to give us an opportunity to get out and do some more face-to-face engagements. You'll see on Tea Time Delights, you'll see a lot of the engagements and a lot of the surveys and stuff that we do at that time while we're out in the field, and you'll have an opportunity to see a lot of the engagements that happen with the kiosk. So we are very, very, very excited about that and look forward to bringing all of that wonderful stuff to you. Did yield a few questions. I don't know if they were directly related to the first video, but they did manage to come through the community. Again, one quick thing, the website is still up and running. We have had to make some modifications to the community page, or the T-Lifing page, so it is back up and operational. However, we do not have any pre-posted comments or reviews. So if you would like to help us go ahead and kickstart our new threads of comments and reviews, and also there's a section in there where you can communicate directly back and forth with myself and other members of the community. Feel free to stop by and do that. The links are in the comments below. So yeah, great. Gonna yield a few of the questions though really quickly. Some of them are rather interesting, and again, I got a lot of questions, and I'm not going to answer all of them. A lot of them didn't really make sense, and I'm just not sure what type of answer certain people are trying to get with the questions. However, I was asked, what are some teas that can help you lose weight? Well, most commonly, and I'm not gonna put any names out there or identities or anything, I'm just gonna answer the question. So if you're the one that asked the question, your answer is ideally, tea is not, you cannot really use tea to lose weight. Understand, it is a contributing factor to a balanced diet and activity and things of that sort. Green teas are known to be most contributing to weight loss, and generally because of the freshness and youthfulness of the leaf, have more life-giving and unveiling principles in them. So, to answer your question, you can use green teas most effectively to help contribute to weight loss. Definitely hope that answers your question. Another question is, what happened to your tooth? You have such a pretty smile. I'm just wondering what happened. Okay, so a little while ago, I was having a visit from one of my daughters, and we were having a water fight in the house for some reason, and she went to throw a bucket of water at me and hit me in the mouth with the bucket. Fortunately for me, it was already a crown. So knocked out the crown. Me and my daughter had a little falling out after that, and so it just kind of was symbolic of something that I needed to fix in my life for a while, which is why I never took time to get it fixed. And now I am going through the steps and processes to go ahead and get it fixed. So eventually, as the videos go on, you will see it mended. So I was a little self-conscious about it for a while, but I'm more than the tooth in my mouth. And so if that is all you have to pay attention to while watching this video and sitting in my corner, then keep looking. Okay, so also, okay, so what is the most flavorful tea that you can find? I personally think that that is a matter of opinion. Everybody has a different taste, but everybody has a different taste palette, and everybody likes something different. So for somebody that likes a bold, richer flavor, definitely a darker tea and oolong or black tea are going to be optimal and ideal for somebody that likes bold, richer flavors. Somebody that likes lighter, mellower flavors, whites, greens. Of course, the sayings go great when you want to feel in different flavors, cinnamons, orange fruits, oranges, things of that type. You definitely want to use a darker tea, such as a black or an oolong. Oolongs are very pungent, so typically a softer black works well and mixes well with fruits and filling flavors. Rooibos teas are wonderful red teas that are full of flavor, more mild, but still very rich and delicate at the same time. So I cannot say with absolution that there's any one type of tea that is more flavorful than any other, because there are so many factors that go into flavor: age, drying method, drying time, continental region, weather, harvesting degrees, as far as cultivation. There's so many factors that play into the leaves and how the leaves are tendered and stuff. So to answer your question, I cannot say with any type of certainty that there is one tea that is more flavorful than the other. However, your bolder, richer flavors are going to come in and with your darker teas. All right. And one more question. When hosting a tea party, what type of tea do you suggest I serve? Okay, so again, I say, like, and when we host our tea parties, I always appeal to the people that are my guests, the people that I'm going to invite. I always take the time to cater my flavors to the crowd and who's going to be there, and also the type of dishes that are going to be served there, in addition to considering the type of event. And so if it's an outdoor event, I definitely would go with bright, lighter teas that do well with a continued brew or steeping time in the sun. Also, warmer weathers, you kind of want a light flavor. Most people don't want to be bogged down with solid, bold, rich flavors. Those are typically cold weather, warming up tea types. Typically, again, you drink to what your comfort is. So I definitely hope that I asked and addressed those questions. There were so many. I didn't want to take up a lot of time. But I did absolutely want to answer a few of those questions. And again, I encourage any questions to be either posted, sent, asked in comments. Feel free to ask any type of question, anytime, anyway, about anything. And if I can answer the question, I definitely will. If I cannot answer it, I'll do some research, or I'll try and make sure that I can share a resource to be able to get your question answered for you. So definitely thank you guys. Appreciate it. Man, this bold red and gold is very, very good. Man, if you're a Kansas City local, if you're in Kansas City, Missouri, and you're a Kansas City local, man, you gotta hit us up. I've had 2 people that tell me that they are not tea drinkers, that got their hands on this bold red and gold and said, "Oh, man, I never knew that tea could taste like that." It is an herb blend, which makes it interesting. But, man, I mean, like I said, some of the principal flavors in it are hibiscus and chamomile. We've got some other stuff in here, man, that just offers a wonderful melody of flavors. Man, again, that bold red and gold, okay? Man, going good. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes. It's a good dude, man. Good dude. I don't know him personally, but a lot of the efforts that he's making for just people that he knows, people that are close to him, and also the Kansas City area, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the Kansas City Chiefs teams, because Kansas City Chiefs do a lot out here in Kansas City. So we thank you. Alright, man. So, quick topic touch today. I'm not blogging this morning, and I'm not on the commute this morning because, like I said, we're getting the pages together. But we'll be back on that definitely next week. So look out for that. TLifeDelights.com/blog. You can take a look at the blog. Also, TLifeDelights.com. You can go into the Tea Lifing section of the website and see who all are members, who's all part of the website, if you have any friends or family, and then you can find a way to coincide or communicate within the community and have some fun. Find people who will help you mix and match flavors, and hopefully there's people there that can answer questions that I can, or maybe that can offer further insight. Like I said, I'm still learning. I'm still brand new to this tea life thing, and learning about everything that can be done in the mind and the body and in life when you just include just natural herbs and elements. So still learning, and I will definitely be sharing as I learn, and I look forward to hearing from you, those of you that are more versed and are more tea connoisseurs and stuff. We definitely encourage you to at least tap into the community and share some of your knowledge and offer some of the great insight that you might have, and some of your skill and expertise as far as tasting and qualifying teas and helping people understand how to describe certain flavors and find different notes and match the type of flavors that is best for them in their tea blends. So we, again, those of you that are more versed and have a greater expertise, we look forward to your input and your sharing within the group and the community. So something else, we have Tea Life Adults coming up pretty soon here. You can thank my wife for that. What I understand is it's going to be primarily a chat group for women as we start. I will ultimately begin a group for men as well, but the first run of it will be for women, that will be head up and administrated by Tea Lifer Vet. So keep your eye out for that. We will keep you posted, and it will be there will be facts about that in the next newsletter. Actually, in the April newsletter. And what else? Again, we are trying to finish up the Tea Life Delights Healthy Life System, and Tea Lifer Vet will be finishing that up soon here as well. So keep your eyes and ears out for that, because once complete, we will be giving away five. Cut that in half. All right, 5 free healthy life systems. All right, talking $200 value. Okay, $200 value. I'm giving away 5 free systems to kind of help encourage people to motivate themselves, friends, family members, to just kind of push themselves forward into a better state of living, healthier state of living, healthier state of being. So those are the things. Sorry. All right, let's go ahead and get back to the top of touch really quickly. So there has been a lot of people around me that have been talking about these, I don't know really how to classify them, millennials, younger generation. And so I found myself in a discussion, about the current mental state and educational state of the young generation. I'm an 80s baby, so I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, you know what I'm saying? I personally think that that's the greatest era, you know, like following the 70s, you know. But and having kids of my own and that are now have stepped into adulthood, and getting ready to have kids of their own and stuff, I found myself in the midst of this discussion just kind of coming to the understanding that the age that we live in offers a whole lot of benefits that growing up we didn't have. You know, I was in high school when the internet dropped. You know what I'm saying? I remember what it was when you had the AOL Running Man. You know, so this other person I was in the conversation with kept making the comments that these little young bucks is disrespectful, and it's crazy how they want to be disrespectful, but they don't want to listen, and they want to talk like they got everything figured out. And then you put them in a situation where they got to exhibit they got basic knowledge or common sense, and they can't. Something that he used was survival skills. He said that the children nowadays lack survival skills. And I remember seeing something on Facebook. I also think on the news at some point in time, they were trying to reinstitute home economic courses and stuff like that back in the schools, and creating life skill courses in college. And for me, it was just like, okay, this was stuff I learned grow in the home. You understand what I'm saying? And I understand that everybody was not privileged to learn how to cook. Everybody did not have a mom and dad to teach them how to cook, or a mom or a grandma, how to wash dishes, how to make up their bed, how to clean their room. Everybody didn't have that, and so if you didn't have that taught to you, you can't teach it to your children and so forth. So I understand that. But when he made the comment that children have no survival skills, or that not even children, the younger generations have no survival skills. Of course there are exceptions, and of course there are those that persevere and, that find themselves successfully mounting themselves in the things that they were not taught. For instance, myself, I didn't have a father to really teach me how to be a man, or teach me what should and should not be. I had to discover that on my own. I had to go through a failed marriage and baby mamas to figure out what kind of man I wanted to become and decide what kind of man I wanted to be. And that statement just hit really hard, because I look at a lot of the people that I grew up with, that I went to school with, and a lot of us was rugged. A lot of us was out in the streets selling dope, gang banging, pimping, just running small time scams and hustles. A lot of time it wasn't necessary, but for some of my friends, some of my homeboys, it was necessary. Nigga had to go still make sure he ate. Where as parents now, we done hustled and grinded so hard, and now we are doing everything we can to make life easier for our kids. And we have gotten to this point where it's easier for us now to say, hey, we have done this for you, and we just want to make sure you appreciate it. Well, we wonder why they looking at us with this sense of entitlement. Like, well, I've been doing this my whole life. So why all of a sudden now stuff got to change and be different? And it's like we just trying to teach you how to appreciate what we work for, so that you can understand how to work for it yourself. And in rebuilding a relationship with my mom and growing closer and growing stronger, something I had to understand, man, is we spend so much time as parents trying to live, trying to survive, and trying to do what we feel is best, what we feel. And it's not necessarily what actually is, it's just what we feel is best for our children, to make sure that they don't have to go through the things that we went through. to make sure that they don't have to deal with a lot of the strife and stress that we went through coming up. Getting rid of all that BS, make your life easier. That's what we strive to do. But what I realized in my situation, especially with my mother, is that my mother always wanted something for me, and in me not taking that path and manifesting what it is that she wanted for me, it kind of caused some conflict, and some dissension in our relationship over the years. It happens in family. If you love each other, you're not going to agree with everything, but you got to be honest about what you feel and what you believe. So, I understood that my mom wanted a lot from me, but what my mom taught me was something completely different than what she wanted for me. What my mom did was teach me how to survive and be able to make it by any means necessary. See, not a lot of kids growing up nowadays know what it's like to get that government block of cheese. Now, I'm not taking away from those unfortunate souls right now that's their everyday life. There are some circumstances that some people just can't overcome, and I understand that, and that's why those systems and programs are in place. But for those that were able and are able to work beyond and out of that situation, like my mom showed me how to survive. My mom showed me that when I put you outside with nothing but some shorts on, you ain't got on no drawers, no shirt, no socks, no shoes. But when I put you out, cause you done broke rules, you done did something you wasn't supposed to be doing, we need to figure it out. You need to figure out how to get you some shoes, figure out how to get you some socks, figure out how to get you some drawers, a t-shirt, cause you can't walk around the neighborhood half-ass naked, pardon my language. You had to make it. You had to figure something out, man. And like eating, when I speak, I relate to myself first, man. I look at my kids. One of them, if you took her and dropped her off on the corner right now, she couldn't tell you. She can tell you. She gonna be trying to call somebody GPS. If her phone died, she couldn't get around the corner. Okay? But I don't question whether or not she can make it. But I do know that it would take more for her to survive. And so I guess what I'm saying in all this is that was such a powerful statement to me, because as a parent, I forget that my example was survival. What I would like for them to see is success and prosperity. What I would like for them to see is a mother and a father that are married and been together, and divorce is never an option. They work through everything. What I want them to see is money in the bank, businesses, and family time and vacation. That's what I want them to see. That's what I want for them. That's what I want them to see. But what they actually see and the example that's actually being set for them is survival. They watched my wife and I be homeless. They watched my wife and I be broke and have to go to food banks, having to ask my mom, my grandmother for money and stuff to help us survive. I done had to go panhandle, stand out on the highway, make sure my kids got diapers and milk. That's what they saw. That's what my kids saw. They grown now, but that's what they seen. They didn't see me now with two business. I'm a black man with two businesses. You know what I'm saying? 8 years worth of college. I also got a past. I got a history too. I've been on the block. I done had to sit down. know what I'm saying? That's what they saw. But what I am now is what I wanted them to see. The sad part is I'm just now here. Like, sometimes we forget we just getting there, and we've been wanting them to see that all along. And I had to realize, man, that my wife and I, man, we showed when looking at my oldest now, man, we showed them how to survive. You know, that's what they saw, how to survive, how to make ends meet, man. It was shocking. And baby, I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you out on blast like this, but my daughter, you know, just got her first apartment, and I'm so proud of her. You know, I'm ecstatic. She got her first apartment and everything. She did it on her own, you know, after going through some hard times and everything like that. But, you know, my wife took her to get some stuff after we bought her a bed, and like, you know, I just bought her a little bed cover, and the bed cover was like $10, but the price tag was set for. My daughter has such an appreciation now for working and having her own and stuff like that. Like, when the lady at the register rang it up as $10, my daughter told my wife, like, we can just put it back. You don't have to get it. You know, like, that $10 was expensive, but that comes from her understanding that you do what it takes to survive. That was such a ringing statement to me, because I feel like it is our obligation as parents to these younger generations to make sure that our children understand that what they saw is not what we want for them. And we also have to understand that what we want for them may not necessarily be what they saw and what was their influence. So, you know, I just kind of say on this topic touch today, man, just remember that before you get to ridiculing and criticizing these younger generations, man, understand that as older generations, we are also accountable. We are accountable for their influences. We are accountable for what we showed them, what we spoke to them, what we allowed them to hear, what we allowed them to see. We are accountable for all of that. You know, we are accountable for what we expose them to, whether drinking, drugging, books, writing, whatever. We accountable for all of that. So I just want people to remember in this topic touch today, man, to just take accountability. Take accountability and understand today is never too late for you to offer something better, something greater to your children, to yourself, to your family, to your friends. That's what T Life Delights is all about, man. Indulging in everything that is life. And then delighting in it. Feel me? You know. T is just all the great stuff that comes with life. And that allows you to delight in it. Feel me? Like, just love yourself enough to love what you're passing on. You know, part of T Life was make sure that my children have something beyond me, that my wife has something beyond me. And I guess that was the point of the topic touch today, was to make sure that you're passing down something good, something great, something greater than you. Make sure that you're understanding that just because what you want them, just because there's certain things that you want people to see, does not necessarily mean that that is what they see. And you need to be aware of your own behaviors and your own words and your own thoughts. Because when you sitting down to dinner and you and your husband and your wife and your friends and family are talking, there's children around. They're hearing, they're soaking up everything like a sponge. When there's teenagers around, they're soaking up everything like a sponge. So, and just like them, you too, be careful who you surround yourself with. Because just like them, you're soaking everything up like a sponge. this is my quiet corner for today, and just I didn't mean to necessarily take it the whole time to touch on that topic, but I was very moved in that, and I was very struck in that conversation. So I just wanted to just kind of reinforce some of, I guess, some things in myself too about my own beliefs. Man, for those of you watching, man, understand, man, that when I'm talking, man, it might seem like venting, and it might seem like just talking, but I'm education in some sense. But for me, I'm educating myself first. I am talking about myself, my life, my own life first. So if I'm talking or saying something, it's me trying to educate myself. It's me trying to educate myself on what to do better in life. And if it helps someone else, you or the next person, then I've accomplished my goal. I've fulfilled my purpose. But I want to thank you guys for sitting with me in another Quiet Corner, and see you next time.